Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. Now I've run all the numbers on the supercomputer stuff. It's going to be quite a bit. It's going to be quite a big build, and I've already taken some foundations over to where I want to set things up, and I've stored all the materials over there for building all the machines that are going to be needed. The only thing I haven't sorted out is the materials for building refineries, because the plastic is going to require a massive expansion. I need like 30 refineries. So pretty much everything that we've got over there is going to need to be torn down, rebuilt and repurposed, and overclocked and all that sort of stuff. And at the moment, I don't think the power capacity that we've got is enough. So we're going to go off and look for a new oil source, and I have located one. I haven't been over there yet, but once this thing pings, I can show you where we're off. There we go, that's the one. We're going to be going off over here, and we're going to set things up so that we've got some fuel production, and we're going to start building some fuel generators. And we can then package some of that fuel, because I've now built myself a jetpack. I just need the ability to be able to fuel it and use it, really. I also stuck another radar tower all the way up here. It's still in the process of scanning stuff. That one is all done, but yeah, you can just see that one off in the distance up on top of that little plateau, fucking miles away. But I've also got a new vehicle. Finally built myself the Explorer, and we're going to take this for a drive. So let's get going. I'm going to drive round to the current oil production and go around from there to get to this new oil patch. I think that might be the best way of going. Oh god. So I'm hoping that it should be fairly easy to get around there, because otherwise it's climbing all the way up there and then dropping off the other side. And without a jetpack to lower my, to slow my descent, oh fucking Jesus, I don't need this. Really don't need that, thank you. Yeah, just dropping off the edge of that cliff is not something I particularly want to do. I mean, I could try and build my way down it with foundations, but that's just going to be kind of time-consuming. And I'd like to try and find it in a more normal way, I suppose. I don't know. What's normal anymore? Also, this thing bounces around like a motherfucker on these dunes. So, sorry mate, can't apologise enough for running you over. Okay, so I'm just going to squeeze my way down this way. I'm hoping there's not going to be any gas around where we're going as well, because that could prove to be a problem. I don't have a gas mask. I'm getting the mycelia for making the filters and everything at the moment is just a bit awkward. Okay. There is gas up there. Hopefully we can avoid it. I'm wondering if I might be able to drive round. Oh, the spore flowers. Ooh, but there's a slug. Oh, and I got fiery boys and fucking bugs as well. No. You have that. Beamed him right on the bonce. Oh, shot. Huh. Get out. Oh, fuck. Missed. Come on, stop running, stop running. Gotcha. Oh, yeah, that pissed off the bugs. Whoop. Ah, you shit, you got me. How dare you. Right, this one, I'll just try and snipe them. There we go. Nicely done. Dealt with. Let's get rid of the rest of these spore flowers and grab myself a slug. And... nice. The way is clear. So it looks like I might be able to drive around this way. Provided there's no, like, sharp drops off a cliff or anything, we might be able to make it down here. Yep, looks like we can. Okay, I haven't got any mobs around, so that's good. Give this a ping. So... Ooh, is there another one over there? There is. Okay, let's check the purity on these. Oh, fucking hell. Thank you for spawning in, like, when I can fucking see you. Jesus. Oh, why'd you have to do that? Okay, you're dead. Good. Ugh. Fucking bugs. Get out. Yeah, I'm having a real issue at the moment with, you know, creatures not spawning in until I'm, like, right on top of them. Impure. Okay. I left all the materials for building this stuff in the car. So I want to see how much I can get out of these, because I don't know what the ratios are going to be like on, you know, fuel production from here. So I'll take all of this stuff. You can have all the coal. Okay, so impure. You provide 60, don't you? Yeah. So I could overclock you to 150. Is this one? No, that's just discoloured floor. Probably because of an oil spill. Maybe. Probably will be once I get started with things. Next one's over here. I'm gonna pace myself with running over to it, because, yep, fiery boys. They're not paying me any attention whatsoever now. Sorry, fellas. This is a normal node, so that will get me 120. Bonk. And then I think there was one more over this way. Just give it one more scan. Yeah, over this way. So, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Okay, so far, one normal, one impure. And wherever this one is, right up against the wall. Another impure, so... as a base output, that's 240. Fully overclocked, that would be 600. Alright. That's something I can work with. Let's put down a refinery, and we'll look at what this can support. So, 600 producing fuel. That is the one that I want to look at, isn't it? Yes. So I could support 10 refineries making fuel and polymer resin. Because then I could start using the polymer resin and combining that with heavy oil residue to produce rubber or plastic. Or even just make residual fuel. I'm thinking with the polymer resin being a byproduct, it might be better to try and turn that into, like, more plastic or rubber. I'll have to figure that one out. I'll have to think on it. Okay, so to start with, 10 of these producing fuel. Let me make some notes. So I'd be producing 400 fuel a minute and 300 polymer resin a minute. That's quite a bit. Can I figure out from this what a fuel generator is going to consume? Oh shit, I didn't pick up the resources to build these. Missing computers and heavy modular frames. Okay, I'm just going to go to the wiki. Okay, that's not a bad start. I could support 26 fuel generators. And that would produce 3.9 gigawatts of power. It'd certainly be enough to tide me over for a while. Wow. Okay. Yeah, definitely gonna have to think on this one. Don't know how in the hell I'm gonna lay everything out. But I think first things first, as we always do, probably need to bring some foundations over. So I'll dump the rest of these resources in the car. Actually, no, what I'll do, I'll stick a storage container right in there. Let's have you back. Let's drive back to the oil production, and we'll start dragging some foundations over. We can get things all laid out nice, and then we can start thinking about how I actually want to set up the productions. Yeah, I'm going to have to change all of this. There's going to be quite the overhaul, but I think with the polymer resin coming into things, like, scaling this up shouldn't prove to be too much of a problem, because I can use more of the residual oil to, you know, kind of supplement what I've got. So it won't all have to go into... You're fucking here, it won't all have to go into plastic production and then I have to forsake all the rubber. Because basically what I need to do is I need to overclock all of the production here on the extractors, and then pretty much all of it, bar about, I think about 30 of the oil that we've been pulling out, would have to go into plastic production. I need like 870 of it, and I'd be able to get 900 out of this location. So, you know, that's a lot of plastic. But I guess for, you know, the amount of circuit boards, computers, and other production that I need out of there for the supercomputer build is understandable, I guess. I'm gonna amble my way over. Me and my sky bridges. I just love them. Keeps me out of danger. I like it when I don't die. Especially because one thing that's weird at the moment is, like, the medicinal inhalers have disappeared from the Awesome Shop, and I don't know why. I can't make more because I don't have either mycelia or the food stuff to be able to make more. Right, let's dismantle all of this, drag it all back, and then we'll drive back round. We'll set up the you know, base floor foundations, and then I can start figuring out where I want to put various production buildings. Oh, nice. Right, I managed to bring the foundation right just above the waterline. So I think playing with some negative space in this could be quite good. I'm going to figure out, for the most part, where I want the refineries to go. And then, obviously, I've got to work out where the fuel generators will sit. Because 26 is a lot. I'm not going to be able to build and support quite that much just yet. Well, I mean, I could. What to do? I could maybe lay out the refineries in the middle of all this. And then, I don't know, maybe elevate a platform up there to put all the fuel generators on? Yeah, that could look good, because we could separate them out into blocks. We can have like a ramp coming down the middle here, so that we can come down and see the refineries when we need to check them, if we ever need to check them. But I like that idea. I'm gonna do that. stick this one in that direction, because these are the two impure ones. So I'm going to want to connect them into the same pipe. Yep. So if I overclock you, you'd be producing 150 a minute. Another one producing 150 a minute, that gets a total of 300, which is what a pipe can support. So that works well. I'm just going to fill this out so that I've got a full platform to work with. I'll go about removing, you know, any excess once I'm done with building the refineries and getting everything in place. And maybe replace a lot of it with glass foundations and foundation frames just to make it look fairly fancy. I don't know. How do you make a factory look fancy? Some nice glass stuff. And I've run out of foundations. Or concrete. Again. This always happens to me. I've got a nice little paddling pool though. I'll go for a splish. A splash. Okay. I'll go and grab some more concrete so we can finish filling this out. Because I want to figure out where I want, like, a ramp down coming. There's going to be, like, somewhere around here, so I'll try and keep something like this to be the middle. We can put refineries on either side of it. Yeah. Okay. Be back in a minute. BRB. Also, I just had a thought. Have I got my chainsaw on me? No. Because this stuff gives you mycelia, doesn't it? Ooh, hello. Alright, gonna grab... I'll also grab some nuts. I'll have to come back with my chainsaw, because I want to see if I can get some mycelia out of this stuff. Alright, let's do a quick test of this. Ooh, more nuts. Let me get rid of this first, and I can get to the nuts. Yes! Limestone, mycelia, and silica. Sweet. I'm going to chop some of this down so that I can have some mycelia to work with. I can make some fabric, I can get the gas mask stuff sorted, along with being able to turn all the alien organs I've got into... Ooh, Caterium. Not Caterium. Medical inhalers. That's the stuff. I feel bad tearing these down. They look cool. But I need the resources. It's important to me. Well, these things. Can I tear these things down? I can. What do you give me? Wood and mycelia. There's fucking loads of nuts around here. I'll grab as many of these as I can. Oh, that's enough. No, I've angered the locals. Just jump back in my car. Right, I've got pockets full of shite. We'll dump it all in here. Should be enough mycelia to do some, like, actual stuff with. I'm hoping. A fuck ton of limestone. What use am I going to have for that? Shiploads of silica. I wanted mycelia more than anything. Yeah, around here would be good for putting a ramp up. I don't quite know where I'm going to start it, but we'll work that out at a later date. Okay, we've got a platform to work with. So what I want to set up is going to be 10 refineries making fuel. I want 1, maybe 2 making packaged fuel. And then we need a load of fuel generators up there. So I'll tell you what, let's start with this ramp. I'll start it from around here. And we can build from there. So let's get just some small ramps to start with. Here we go. Nice. Now I could just build some foundations out. Smooth out the floor a bit. And that will serve as a nice way in and out of this little facility. So I'm going to need to build the platform up there high enough so that it can get past the refineries. And all the materials for those are in here. For now, I should just focus on, you know, the productions down on this level. But it would be good to make sure that I'm going to have space up above all of the refineries for stuff going into the future, because these things are fucking massive. Yep, like that. Fucking hell. What's the height on that? 1, 2... That's 32 meters. Yeah, refineries are fucking huge. I mean, is that even at the level that the top of the ramp is? No, it's even higher. Or just about the right height. I know, it's hard to tell. But okay, that's fun. But what I might do, I might have like a refinery on this side and a refinery on this side for doing packaged fuel. And then 5 on each side being fed by the oil pumps for the entrance to this. I might put the storage container for the whatsits, the packaged fuel could like be just up here on top of everything. Okay, so something like that with a nice cool looking entrance. Yeah, I like that. That looks great. Oh, this place is going to look funky. Good and funky. Sweet. Okay, so there's a bit of a game plan here. I know what I can support, what I need to build. I'm going to go off and I'll grab the resources for building the fuel generators. We can just store those materials down here as well. And I might try to lay out the refineries. Just get a rough idea of where I want them to go. And then we'll come back in the next episode and we'll start setting all of this stuff up. Hopefully get it all up and running fairly soon. I'll try and build out a platform for the fuel generators as well. But again, those things are going to be fucking huge. So, yeah, they're still essentially like 3x3 on the foundations. So this is going to be a big build. I mean, the last fuel generator plant that we did in the old factory, that one was bloody massive. So why would this one be any different? But so far, I'm liking the idea behind this. I think it's going to look pretty neat. So I'm looking forward to doing some more work on it. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here. So I'll just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlist on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video. I'll catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. Didn't it? Him and his stupid fucking hat. Can't we ignore this one? No, I'm the important one here. You can't ignore me.